full life, made good marriage. We were not only married, we were friends, lovers. So we're quite lucky with that. I'm Polish. I left Poland in 1939. The first time I was in England was 43. I knocked around the world for about nearly 2 years, tried to get my mind straight. I was about, 16. I killed one of my men. I had to shoot him. He was ripped right across. He was in terrible pain, and he asked me, he said, "Julian, do something." He knew exactly. He looked me in the eye when I did it. Do you think you can live with things like that? Romania at that time, special camps for people, Polish people. You could get in, have a bath, have a meal, and somehow, possibly a bit of a clothing, go to the next thing. Remember, all those Poles, their weight without documents, passports. And I'm not talking few, we're talking a division. And if you were sent to Kolyma, as the Russians say, you go there, you don't come back. Nobody comes back. But gradually you survive, and the replacements come in. But you never make friends with the new ones. Most of them are dead. People I work with, they're dead. People I slept with, they're dead. Every so often I catch myself in the park, I talk to somebody, to a man about 50, 60s, and all of a sudden I realized I was talking about the things that happened before he was born. But remember something else, statistics. 1/8 of a planes shot in air combat were done by Polish pilots. Comes the time when you have to stand up and say, no, I can't. I can bend so far, but if I bend any further, I'll break. Always lucky that I got away with it. And so I was always there on this. The various things, sometimes very good, sometimes very bad, but I was there. I've seen some things that you calling it heroic is wrong, because you've seen people do something that is above the behavior of a human being, good or bad. The range is such a huge one. I've seen people give their lives to protect somebody. Just like that. So you can say, oh, decision in a split second. But in a split second you actually judge. And I've seen people sacrificing their lives to protect a few others. So later on they give a medal or not, but that's not important. Important things that they did it. And when you saw it, actually, it's difficult to live with it. In action there, and that much adrenaline hitting the body, you find out, your eyes completely changed, your face is pulled from that. You look 20 years older. Quite a lot of damage by the sun, the war damage, my arm is badly damaged, it shakes a bit. The little splinter hit that little bone. So that's why I have always a towel, because there's no cartilage left. So it's bare bone. So if I put it on that, it hurts. Everybody who was involved in the war knew that had to be stopped. But the German represent with Germany, it's not the Germans, but the German idea how to deal with people. It had to be stopped. The problem is they tried to kill him a few times, not successful. Tried to bomb him quite a few times, 2-3 times, quite seriously, and he was lucky, always got out. But you see, the problem is, he finished with that much power. It's not only him as a Hitler, but the people around him, the clique. Now it's the same thing now in Russia. You talk about Putin, you know, president. But all around him, he's got the people he grew up in Novgorod or the Tsarograd on this, and they hold the power. They have each one got a slice of something, of a cake, so he's protected. Germany got simply a disease. Italy followed that. All of a sudden, that we can do anything. They got away with it a bit, but the German, let's say, top military knew in 1941 that they lost the war. The idea of what the Germany was, it was a sickness, nothing else. You lived in a very sort of compressed time. So you had to do the job. So you did it. You knew that the responsibility for it, it's carried by the high command and all the rest of it. They make a mistake. Unfortunately, you have to pay for the mistakes and all that. At first, it can be very scary. Everybody gets scared, but you can overcome this, you do something. The commander was, you know, it covers many things. Some of it, the commander was a small group for one job. Some of it was a larger group for certain jobs. So I was in a unit that actually supplied the people if you had to do something peculiar. So you trained, you knew each other, covered up. My job was to do the cover with Thompson submachine guns. So I covered them when they were going there, trying to put the mines or whatever it is. And afterwards, when they go back, I had to cover their withdrawal. And as I said, when you see it on a film, somebody standing there, you wouldn't last 2 minutes, 2 seconds. So you, as I said, you hit the ground, roll, hit the ground again. You're always on the move. You train so the gun you can fire in the right hand or the left hand without thinking. I wasn't exactly human. I was a distracted machine. So if I saw something, I looked for weak points in a person or a building or plane, any or a theory, because that was my training. See the weak point in it. The most difficult, elusive thing there is, most dangerous thing there is the truth.